Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for tuning back in. We are finally back on our Winterberry spec project. Been a little while since it's been over here. We've kind of had this one on hold while we were working on our pre-sold for other clients. But we've got some changes going on. We're starting to form the walls. This one's a little bit more of a tricky wall forming than the last one. We got a lot more kickouts, some different size walls, thickness wise, and taller walls here. I'll kind of try and point out some heights that you can see as we're gonna end up with a 12-foot wall at our tallest point. And don't mind my hair, I'm kind of a hot mess. I just got out of the gym a few minutes ago. I'm kind of pan you around. So out there, that's gonna be our garage side. And you'll notice that we still have a ways to go with the wall forms. You just see down here, we're still stepped up. We're gonna end up being at that height all the way across. And the wall that is at a finish height is the back one there. That's our full 12-foot wall. And you can kind of see that's gonna be a lot of sand. We have to fill that entirely. Normally you would have a large section in the middle of the garage that is the virgin ground. But if you guys have been following since the beginning of this project, you'll know that we actually couldn't get to good virgin soil in the back portion of the garage. We had to dig down past where the footings would have been with natural ground and started our stonework there. So you can kind of see back here, this little itty bitty spot, we get a couple feet of fill we got to keep in there. Other than that, it's gonna be nice and full. You come around, we've got a little bump in the garage there. Sorry, my camera cut out. We got a little bump inside of the garage there. Perfect place for garbage cans. In this subdivision, you're not allowed to leave your garbage cans out except for garbage day. And you don't want them stuck behind the house. You don't want to have to deal with them. You don't want to drag them up a hill. So when we worked with the architect on this, we made sure we had that nook just for that reason. Then we've got, this is kind of where we come through. This will be our entryway. Covered porch all the way through. Our entry door will be in the back there. We're gonna have a nice, beautiful 8-foot tall with dual transom glass there. And initially, we were gonna be in the same boat here. We were gonna have to fill this all the way with sand to the top, but we kind of made a last minute change. We are going to make this a storage space with a metal door, also known as a vault. Figure it can't hurt, and there should be a few prospective buyers out there, since it's a spec house, that might find value of having a vault room built into the house. 30-foot wide vault room at that, so it's a good size. I know myself, if I was buying a house, I would love to have a vault room that is surrounded by 12 inches of concrete and capped off with another, this gonna be 6 inches of concrete on the top of this one. Let's go ahead and take a walk down the side of the house. And we don't have the step walls in yet. We're kind of still forming. Again, this is the true height of the foundation up here. This still all has to get added up to here. And then from here, we will start our 1-foot step downs. So you'll see we've still got to come back a bit, and we'll start dropping down. We'll drop down through this whole side. We will get there slowly but surely. And to kind of give you a height perspective, kind of work my way down here without falling. Try and give you a height perspective here. I'm just under 6 feet tall. I got a ways to go before I can touch it. So it's gonna be a nice big basement. And this again goes, if you guys have been following this project, this stone, there's a lot of it here. I actually just got the invoice for the stone thus far. We have 1,040,000 pounds of stone that we've brought in so far. And we are not done yet. Once we get inside the foundation, I'll show you. We still have a few areas left that we will end up having to stone. You can also see we've gotten some rain. So it's kind of been messing up productivity, and it's when we've been getting the rain, it's been torrential downpour on us. But what that will show us, I would be willing to bet anything the sump pump will literally never run in this house. It has been pouring, and you will see not a drop of water anywhere within the foundation. And again, job site's a little bit of a mess right now because the guys are in the middle of forming everything. We can get a feel for, again, the height. You know, standing outside, we're standing a little bit below the footing. But in here, this is our true wall height of what will be in the finished basement. So again, try and give you a little bit of a perspective. The top of that wall will be the top of our foundation. I'll be up about 4 inches from here with the floor, but again, it's up there. So we'll be able to finish this basement without having to even think about a drop ceiling. All of our mechanical and everything will be tucked up beautifully, and we will be able to finish the ceiling roughly 11 feet. 11 feet's massive for a basement, for a finished basement. I'm excited about this one. My project manager keeps telling me I'm going to end up buying this one for myself, but that's not the case. If you follow the channel, hit subscribe down below. We will be starting another series for a house. For these two that we're doing right now, we started the series kind of at the excavation and footing phase. The next one, we're going to be starting from the design phase with the architects. So you guys will get to see the process literally from start to finish, from inception of the house, design, civil engineering for the lot, how to read topography, and the architect is going to work with us on designing the house around the lot. It's a beautiful lot. We'll hopefully later this week get out there to start shooting some pictures and videos of it. But that is where we're going to build my personal house. So that is the reason I told my project manager there's no way that I'm buying this one, because I am so excited to get moving on that project. I actually just got under contract with the architect today to start the design process. Waiting for them to see if they'll let us bring the film crew in for our meetings with them, so they can you guys can see their process, how they work, and what to expect if you ever go down a custom home build route. Circle back to, we were talking about the vault room from the front. This is going to be the wall. Come from that corner there. We're going to come around here. I'm going to try not to fall, and it will end right here. I would have liked to put the door to get entry into there, but the way we have the basement designed, there's going to be a storage closet there, and it'll be visible from the open entertaining area, and I don't want to take away from the work we've done to make it beautiful down here. So in this area, this is going to be unfinished storage space, so keep it out of sight. We'll have the door right there to enter into the vault room. Now, I had mentioned that we aren't quite done with stone yet, and I know I briefly discussed our last visit out that we've got a footing for a load-bearing wall that needs to come through here, and we need one more pier base installed about here. So what we're going to do is finish our wall forms. You see we've still got the whole back to do, and to roll around here. Once we're done with the foundation, we've stripped the forms, the excavation company can come out and start backfilling the foundation. And as we do that, we will bring the stone in, again with these 8-inch lifts, and compact all the stone for these footings. And instead of doing a normal board form footing like these are, these, when we come through, we've got wooden boards that run along the side with rebar stake behind them to keep them stable. The guys will actually dig a small trough in the compacted stone, and we will do a trough pour footing at the same time that we do the floor. That way we're not having to make multiple trips out again for the concrete guys, trying to keep it as simple as possible to recover from a mistake. You know, I'd rather tell you guys, hey, we made a boo-boo, we missed something, and how we're going to go about fixing the mistake, instead of just not mentioning it and just kind of cruising by, and the next thing you know, you've got a finished floor in the basement and, you know, no discussion about it or ways to address issues. I don't care how much planning you do, you'll end up missing stuff. It happens. It's all about working with good people that can help you find productive solutions that don't destroy the timeline and completely wreck your budget. As if you've ever been through the house building project, a budget is probably the hardest thing to stick to. And again, we've got quite a bit of form work left on this side. It is Wednesday. Looking at the weather for the rest of the week, we might be lucky if we finish forms by the end of Friday, but realistically, we're probably looking at Monday to finish forms. I think I can get it better. Yeah. I don't feel like going for a tumble. I'll just show you guys from the aerial. And I know on the Marina Terrace project, they've kind of shown you guys some of the rebar work that went into the project. Right now I've got kind of a better view of some of the large rebar that goes in for the verticals. Indiana changed our code for rebar that we're supposed to use. Now they've spec'd 3/4 inch rebar for the verticals and the walls. All these verticals are 3/4, and again, those tie into the rebars that are drilled and epoxied into the footings. And then as they build the forms up, there's horizontal rebar that runs through it, gets wire tied off. That helps add a ton of mechanical rigidity to the concrete and strength. If you didn't have rebar, you wouldn't have anything to tie it to your footings. And the amount of force that is pushed against a wall this tall with nothing behind it is tremendous. So again, if you tried to run a thin wall or you didn't have the rebar support in there, high likelihood that you would crack and fail foundation and it would fall in at some point. Our goal is to never have a call out for a foundation issue. If there's one place that's worth spending extra money, it's your foundation. Literally everything's built off of it and you don't want to risk anything with it. Thank you guys again for following along with the series. Do me a favor, give me a like on the video and click subscribe down below, and we will keep you guys moving through this project, a Marina Terrace project, and soon to come is going to be our Pepper Creek project. That's the one we're going to work on shooting the series from the beginning design phase, so you guys can see everything from start to finish that goes into it, which is a tremendous asset for people who would like to build their own house and be their owner builder. One of our goals is to help people in that category learn as much as they can before they go into it. They've got a better idea of what they're in for and how to help prepare and make the process easier. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them below and we will make sure to get you a response. Thank you again. Can't wait to show you guys the next update.